Hello everyone, welcome to this live session. We're waiting for Sudipto Kundu to join us. We're hoping to have a really interesting conversation because he's just won the national award for his short documentary, Ladli. I have to tell you that this is my first Insta live session, so forgive me for any tech glitches, but I'm sure the conversation's going to be very stimulating. I wonder how many of you all have already seen the film Ladli. Have any of you seen the film? Yes, it really is brilliant, Sridhar. Anyone else has seen the film Ladli? If you haven't, then you should totally catch it. I think Sudipto has plans to have it available for everyone. So it looks like Sudipto is having a problem downloading Instagram, so I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait for him a few minutes, I guess. So meanwhile, maybe I'll share my own thoughts about the film. I think I watched it at one go and really struck by the visual language of the film. And I was chatting a little bit with Sudipto, and he was telling me he had planned it first as a photo essay, which I think really speaks through the film because every shot and every frame is so well thought out. And yeah, I agree with you, Sridhar. It's such a layered portrayal, and you would never think that a short doc is going to be shot over like 3-4 years. And I think the fact that Sudipto stayed there, the story kind of found him, and the fact that he has built this relationship with Ladli, I think that's what the film is really all about. It's the sort of layers come in the fact that the boundaries have sort of melted away, and Sudipto has really kind of given Ladli her own space to emerge in a very, which is difficult when you go in with a camera. And being a filmmaker myself, I know that the camera, no matter what, is intrusive, and the fact that there's someone behind it. So I think what Sudipto has done is built such a beautiful relationship that he's created that cinematic space as well to bring this whole story alive. But let's wait and hear what Sudipto has to say about the whole process, his journey, the way he's layered the film by even kind of Delhi plays such a beautiful character within the film. So I think that's all his unique language. Thanks, Abro. Yes, I think that the best documentaries, if you're like entering someone else's world, if you do not spend that kind of time with your protagonist, it's difficult to bring that authenticity and the immediacy of their world alive. And they also, you can kind of see when they feel relaxed. So yes, definitely, I agree with you that spending time with the protagonist is really going to guide the texture and the layers in the film. Prasad asks, where can we watch the film? I think that's a question for Sudipto. After seeing it, I think that's the first question that everyone would want to know. Where can we kind of catch this film? And Sridhar says it screened yesterday at the Kashish Trans Fest. But I think that Sudipto, having worked so hard, almost 5 years on the film, is now really in conversations to see how he can get it out in a way that the larger audience can access it, not just in a festival forum, but in a more permanent manner. I think these conversations are also going to be the first of many, and I've been told that there's going to be another conversation at the same handle on Monday at the same time. So all of you who've tuned in today, do make a note of it that Monday there's going to be a new conversation about a new film. Even when I was chatting with Sudipto before this live, the Insta live session, he was actually on some kind of train platform and I could hear all the rush behind him. So I hope he's reached somewhere safe and has been successful in downloading the whole app. Abro asked me, while we wait for Sudipto, can you please share your experience of being at Kashish, first as a filmmaker and then as a jury? Yes, I'll be happy to do that. So we had made a short film called In the Closet. A few friends, filmmaker friends and my family, we had done it under the 48-hour film project, and it used humor and it was a short, and it was picked up for the Kashish Film Festival, which was my very first experience there, though I knew Sridhar from earlier. Being a small doc community, we had met in Singapore when both of us had films that we were pitching. But the festival itself was such an amazing experience. Like seeing the film live in a theater audience, and the red carpet, I think, is one of the most colorful red carpets, the most buzzing place to be anywhere in the world, because I've traveled with my feature docs all over, but the Kashish red carpet is truly, truly unique. And I think that was also a very good platform for the film to travel. It traveled to so many festivals world over. So I personally have seen that as a filmmaker, that Kashish provides a very important sort of platform for you to launch your film, and it was pretty effortless after that for my own short to travel widely. And I think it's almost 6 or 7 years later that I was invited to be on the jury for the Kashish Film Festival. And I really was amazed by how much the festival has grown in the interim. It's I think the fact that it was the pandemic and you all had to go online, I think that in a way, in a sense, it really kind of opened the floodgates. The entries that came in were from all over the world, and the quality was so eclectic, each film so very different. Yes, and we have Sudipto who has joined. Hi, Sudipto. And how do I get Sudipto onto how do I see him? Yeah. Yes, so I think that the Kashish Film Festival, being on the jury, was really very an eye-opening experience, just in terms of how big and how eclectic the entries were. And I mean, from all over the world. And I think as jury, we had a really tough time deciding the best films because the quality was that good. It's nice to see so many people on the live chat today. Sudipto has joined us. Sudipto is unable to join. I think he's having a tech issue. Hi, Sudipto.
Hi.
Everyone,
Hi.
welcome,
Sorry for
Sudipto.
joining
No
late.
worries
Yeah,
at
thank you.
all. I
Thank you so
think when
much.
I spoke to you earlier, you were on a busy railway platform, so it's good to see you
Yeah,
in like
exactly,
a
exactly,
quiet, safe
exactly.
space. So, congratulations on the national award, and more importantly,
Thank you.
on completing a very long journey. I think with Ladli, it's such a beautiful film. I think the time that you invested in it really shows. So, I wanted to
Thank
ask
you.
you today to share with everyone here a little bit about your journey. Firstly, did you find the film or did the film find you? I think that's always something that a documentary filmmaker thinks about in retrospect.
In that case, I can say that film uh, found me because, yeah, I have earlier I have told you that uh, when I found the character and I planned to do a photographic documentation or the photo story, but later I found.
It's good, Sudeep, though. No worries. Yeah.
So the in between the making the film photo story, I found the character is very interesting, and the story of her is I can't explain her with the photo story. So I plan to shoot her like thoroughly.
Can you
So
describe that first scene for me, Sudeep, though? It was at a tea stall in the middle of the night. There was a lot of drama there when you first met Ladli.
Yeah, exactly. At the weekend, we used to go out like at midnight, around 1:30. So we went for some cigarettes and all. So we saw that I saw her with an involved in a argument with some police person, and and that was, and she was like quite. Quite her appearance was quite strong. Okay, she spoke to the police persons in a very strong manner. So and I found that it's very interesting, and I asked the panwala who is she, and what was her background or whatever. So, but the panwala just warned me to keep myself away from her and let her do whatever she do. But anyway, and that particular sentence like provoked me to know, like, understand her. So I later I went to the pawn shop, and more than two, 3 times, and I asked that person, give me the contacts and all. Finally, I got her number, and I contacted her. So then I planned to start a photo story with her. And during that photo shoot, she explained her story, and then obviously the journey started.
Okay. And I think what struck me right now, what you said as well, is that, the Panwala told you to stay away from her. So, as a documentary filmmaker, there's always that line, somewhere where you're an observer and somewhere where it's also about a relationship. So, how did you negotiate this?
Uh, Yeah, initially I was an observer, but after some times, yeah, obviously I grown up a relationship with her, and without making this relationship, I couldn't do couldn't do the journey or the film. So it was so important because the spontaneity she gave, okay, that I couldn't find without, if she couldn't be so close to me. Okay.
You're right. She's really very spontaneous, and I think that sort of spirit is what lights up every scene. And can you tell us a little bit about like the other characters in the film? Because Ladli is a spontaneous character, and she kind of is the driving force of your film, and we can see the way that you've gone with that. But I'm sure, like for instance, her mother is a great character even within the film. The way that you've constructed her and her relationship with Ladli, and it's a whole story about acceptance. So, how did the other characters who kind of define the story arc in the film? How did they kind of let you into that world?
Yeah, obviously, initially there is a big questions like who is that person, and why the guy is coming here and shooting us and all. So, like, so that was the big questions over there between her family members and all. But yeah, gradually they accepted me also. Um, Finally, but yeah, there is a big contribution of Ladli, and she made that basically. She made made them understood. So this is the subject, and this is the purpose of the film and all. And finally, they also got close to me, the family members and all, her mother, her elder sister, and her younger sisters. Um, it was a great journey. It was a great experience, too close like among them. So uh, this is what I can say.
Sudipto, you were telling me that you came from a more corporate world. You were a graphic designer, and it was like a big plunge. This was your first, in a sense, indie film where it's not just a subject
Yeah.
is asking you to kind of, go in there and take this journey, but the fact that you need to find the resources to make a documentary. So, how Sridhar is asking as well, how did you find the finances for making this film?
Mm, frankly speaking, that I didn't get any a single prize from anyone. Okay, initially, not even at the stage of pre-production. Okay, yeah. I made a commission work like around 2014 or 15, and the guy who was agreed to provide something for the post production. So it was very small. So I developed a system to edit the film, and that was the only contribution from the outside to make this film. So otherwise, yeah, obviously, everything I invested myself.
What made you jump in though and give up this cushy sort of, I've done it myself, so I fully appreciate there's that point where it becomes a clear choice, right? You're giving up something to follow something else. So what would you say was that tipping point for you to go out and make this documentary?
See, actually, always this particular visual medium always inspired me. Okay, because I used to watch films, and from the beginning, like when I was in class 9 or 10, so I started watching films, the foreign films and all. So always the medium inspired me, and yeah, there are great personalities who inspire me to love that medium. So yeah, obviously, I have decided some at some point I have to start. I have to start that thing. I have to start the journey. So and this is like miracle that I found her at the beginning of, I can say, at the beginning of my journey.
Yes,
So
your very first indie film, and you've got a national award, and
yeah,
it's very
exactly.
surprising that you do not come from a
Yeah.
film school background as well, because I think the
Yes,
most
yes.
striking feature about your film is the visual language. It is such a strong visual language uh, that comes through, where I really felt that you've clearly tried to make Delhi a character in your film as well. Can you tell us a little bit of how you developed the aesthetic for the film?
See, I always believe the medium which is speaks through the images, through the visuals. So, yeah, but yeah, if I consider the Ladli, so I planned it could be more visual stories, because there are many interviews or many narrative, like verbal narrations. Okay, so I could avoid, but yeah, anyway, there are some restrictions, there are some limitations. Okay, so obviously, this is the medium is always uh, open to explore or explain through the visuals. So even I believe that less narrative or less verbal narrations, more visual or more visual
Unfolding.
expressions or yeah. So for that, because I shot her for long time. So and it was a very critical job to edit that the huge visuals and all. So I always like to um, say thank you my editor, my friend Rajdeep Mukherjee, who did a great job for this film. Um, he took almost 1 year to edit it. Yeah, obviously we didn't have any fund for that. So yeah, obviously I couldn't force him to. Yeah, you just have to give it by that time and all. But anyway,
So
he
you were
had done a
saying that
great
it
job.
was a 5 year long journey, right, Sudipto? This
Yeah, almost.
right? And you said that Sridhar saw a trailer back in
Yeah,
2016. What was his
yes,
response then
exactly,
when Sridhar saw
exactly.
the trailer?
Yeah, he just that was a big inspiration for me. When he saw that at the time he was in Delhi and for the national award ceremony, and he got national award for the Color Purple or something, that movie. So he asked me to come and meet with him, but anyway I couldn't make that at the time. He really appreciate the visuals and all at the time, and it was it was very inspiring. And I always it was my dream that obviously and he also told me that yeah, you just do it, you just finish it, and we would like to screen it at our festivals. And yeah, obviously that was a great inspiration for me. um,
Yeah, I think
mm,
that we all know as documentary filmmakers, it's usually the opposite reaction. In the initial stage, when you know what you're doing, but other people cannot understand your sort of thought process till they can actually see that process themselves. So, in that sense, it's great that you got that encouragement right in the start. But
yeah.
how was it to actually screen your film at Kashish finally? I think your film won the best documentary award at Kashish as well. So how did it
Short
feel
documentary.
actually sharing it with this bigger audience?
It was great. It was really great because there are like yeah. When I reached over there, so I felt something that something is happening. There is there is a conversation or kind of fishy things are going over there. That something about Ladli. So I felt good at that time. So. Yeah, at that time of distribution of award ceremony, when I got the best short documentary, and I just uh, like getting down from the stage, and someone someone came and just asked me to, you just stay over there. So I felt yeah, something more over there for me. And yeah, that was very exciting over there. And people are they can understand the feeling and the emotions, so which is not exactly I couldn't get before that. Like even in KIF, Kolkata International Film Festival, there's a big large audience. Okay, but I couldn't get such kind of
Warmth.
reactions
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there. Yeah,
The
warm reactions.
Kashish audience
Exactly.
is very unique. I would endorse that as well. So, yeah,
Yes,
and the red carpet, I was
absolutely.
just telling everyone who joined that the Kashish red carpet is probably one of the most buzzing spaces for a film festival anywhere, right?
Yeah, obviously. And yeah, I came to know that a few days back that Kashish is one of the biggest festival all over the world. It's I think 100 of best film festival all over the world.
Yes.
So that is it's all because of Sridhar and team. I know Sridhar is like a
Yes,
great
and they've
person, and
created a very unique space to um, have very diverse films. I think when you are positioning yourself as a queer or trans festival, it's a very big like sort of responsibility as well. And for me personally, because my own film was in Kashish many years ago, and I've kind of seen the way the festival has evolved to have such diverse voices.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I met several people over there. Yeah, obviously they are like they have great dimensions. Okay, so yeah, without open dimensions, you can't be there. I think so. So
So everyone's saying they're really proud of you. I can read all the comments here. And the rest are asking, how can we watch Ladli? So will they have to keep going to festivals, because Ladli has had a good festival run, but do you have plans to get it out to the bigger audience?
yeah, obviously I have a plan, but yeah, obviously I have no idea how to like promote my film because I'm quite aloof and about all these things. And yeah, obviously I want to promote it through the OTT platform and all. But yeah, obviously I do not have such kind of network and all. So I'm looking for the opportunity. Yeah, obviously when if someone will come. I know Sridhar, and I can ask him. Like I just telling you frankly that he is a quite helpful person, and yeah, I'll ask. Obviously, I'll ask because nowadays I have a huge task and responsibility because the I have to finish the my project, which is funded by PUDHT. So, which is another very interesting project. So, anyway,
So
uh,
Sridhar is
like,
advising you to approach MX Player
okay, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
with your film.
I'll do that. I'll contact him
Okay.
like
So
personally.
my question,
Anyway.
obviously, like when you see Ladli, there are two uh, big themes. One is acceptance and love, and the other is to actually have a home. So without giving away the end of the film, I'm wondering, like, are you in touch with Ladli? What does she have to say? Um, you know, with the whole journey of the film, has the film changed her in any way?
Yeah, obviously, I'm always in touch with her. The film, I can't say because these things doesn't matter. Uh, uh, she is like a free bird, I can say, and that those things doesn't matter to her. Yeah, obviously there are many other stories. Like after this film, there are many other stories to see. Um, mm, her life is always like there are always some happening in her life. So largely, I asked her to I informed her that the film got the national and all. And yeah, obviously she doesn't have such background. She doesn't have such kind of understanding. But yeah, she is very happy. She is very happy that something happened, which is like even she is very happy because I am happy with this award and all, the recognition and all.
Does she see it as your film or her film?
This is very critical questions uh, because she never thinks about the film. Uh, she's like a good friend, or she's like our family member and all, and she thinks that I'm her family member. That's all. But she never thinks that Sudipto made that kind of film and all. She never thinks like that way.
Okay. And you were saying that things have happened in Ladli's life that you might even consider a sequel. Am I right?
Yeah, I can, but yeah, obviously, I know I have no idea. Uh, the sequel of documentaries, is it possible in India or not? Yeah, I saw several films from outside of India, but in India, because
I think you
yeah,
have such
obviously
a
I will.
compelling character, Sudipto. I think that even if you don't go the traditional route in terms of distribution, I think people will watch your film by word of mouth. And, there are all those phenomenons right now, more so that you can get your film to the audience. And when there is demand, uh, you are going to be making that sequel. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I have a plan. I have a plan. So yeah, I can a small view of her current life. She lives in Rishikesh in uh, uh, a forest. She uh, her companions are many foreigners and all, the sadhus,
Oh,
and she got a new boyfriend over there.
wow.
And yeah, so the life is going on. Okay, and there are many stories with her,
Lovely. I
which
think it's
are
so
not
rare that
not
you have such a deep relationship that it continues, and you're so clued in with all the developments in her life. And I think that's what layers your film also so well, that it's not at all unidimensional, and you kind of see these little glimpses in different settings and different facets of Ladli.
Yeah, obviously, but what I can say that not only for me, I think every documentary filmmaker has such kind of intimacy with their characters, because when you watch or observe a character for long time, more than 2 3 years or for 4 years, so obviously you have to grow up a good relationship. So it's like it's automatic. Automatically, you have to grow up a good relationship. So it's not for me. I think all the documentary filmmakers who does such kind of work, so they grow up
I think
such
you're
kind of
being very humble, Sudipto, and I can tell you for a fact there are times that we spend a lot of time with our characters, and still there are those barriers. It's not necessary. I think in Ladli, the beauty of the film is that that barrier has crumbled, and in a way, you've amplified her voice, and she's felt comfortable enough to take you to all these spaces, which are even very
Yeah,
personal.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So congratulations on that. I think as documentary filmmakers, we grow as people as well, right? Like it's not a world we know. It's a world we enter, and it's something that we engage with, and the people in our film help us to grow as people as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us a little bit about your team. Was it a big team who did this film, or was it a very tight, small, intimate team? I think you've done most of the shooting as well.
I didn't have any consistent like workflow or the team, because yeah, the I always thankful to my friends, those who always help me to make this film, because they sometimes I ask someone to come with me to assist for the camera and whatever the interviews or somewhere else I have to go. But yeah, always I have to I have to be thankful to my editor, my friend, who is like. mm, uh, who was there always with me, like not exactly from the beginning, but from the half of the way he was there until the end of the finish,
So
like
did your editor come
the
on the
post
shoots
production.
as well?
Yeah.
That's very
He came.
unusual. Usually the editor
Yeah,
gets
he
the
came.
material to watch it later, but it's great
Yeah.
that your editor was on the shoot as well.
Yeah, obviously, because it was very helpful, because the editor, we discussed, like both we discussed about the film and how we'll go through the story and all. So he knew better, like after me, he knew the character and the story. So it was a great contribution by the editor.
Okay. And can you tell us about your upcoming projects after Ladli? What next? I believe you're pitching some new films. So can you tell us a little about your upcoming projects?
Actually, the upcoming project is we have recently we have got a recognition from the PSBT. We have made a short documentary on the topic life in COVID-19. So which is got the Far Lotus from the PSBT and which got the nomination, the shortlisted. The film got shortlisted for the the fund or something like. And this is this is our next project, and the current project is the Q District granted project, which is based on Baul community and their some part of their worshipping.
Okay.
Okay, Baul Fakir. Okay, which is going on right now. We have done the production almost. So from the next month onwards, it will be on the table for post production. So
yeah, so Sagar's
yeah,
asking, Sagar's also saying congratulations, and he's asking, is Ladli aware of the national award? Are you in touch with her? So I think you did answer that you had informed.
yeah,
Right?
Sagar is a very sweet person. Okay, I love him because when I reached over there in Kashish, and he gave me a very warm welcome and all, and he's a very pretty like what should I say, that he's a very good person.
Yes.
I
The
love
whole
him.
team at Kashish is warm. You feel like you've met friends for life, right? Like I don't think I would jump and do an interview on Insta live like this because I'm
No,
so
obviously not.
nervous. But for Kashish, I
But I
would
am
do.
sorry, I'm joining late for the
No,
interview.
no, no, no.
For that. But yeah, obviously, I would like to say thank you the whole Kashish team, because I got a very warm welcome and the treatment over there. Sagar, Sridhar, and so many other people in that team. They were amazing. Okay, and that was a very good experience over there.
So, Sudeep, so the thing that is that when you make a documentary, there are very many documentaries that end up being sort of preachy or awareness films, and I think that's exactly what your film is not. It's a lived experience. You kind of live those experiences. So, did you have a list of things that you don't want to do when you started out with this film, or did you have like a very clear vision when you started out? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like for filmmakers who want to make a documentary, what would your advice be?
So, what I can say that the subject of the film is it depends upon the subject of the film. Okay, when I go for a observational documentary, so that time I have to wait. I have to watch. I have to observe the character or whatever the subject is that. So, and yeah, there are many other documentaries, like if it is a event-based documentary, so that is obviously that will have a different treatment. So it depends what kind of documentary or what kind of film it is. So for me, Ladli was observational, and finally it was like it was very close to my heart. Okay, that film was that like that. So, mm, so I think the moral of the story is that everyone has to love the subject. Everyone has to jump on it. Um, just go ahead with the clear vision. So what we are going to do. So that was a thing. But yeah, obviously, when I started, I didn't have such kind of such a clear vision. Yeah, really, like gradually I developed such the vision. So what we are going to, because there are many fascinating stories when I visit her husband's home. That was a different story. There was a very interesting story over there. So anyway, obviously everyone will have to face, or everyone, yeah, documentary is a obviously there's a very interesting and enjoying process. In the process is very uh, uh, what should I say, that the process of making a documentary is always very enjoying.
It's true. It's
Or
very immersive, I think, that you kind of
yeah,
submit
exactly,
to the process, right?
exactly.
Yeah. So, um, when you're working on multiple projects like you are right now, do you think that how will you kind of immerse yourself in, say, when you're making two or three films at the same time? This first one with Ladli seems to have been a very intensive process where it happened over a long period of time and you sort of committed to just that. How do you see the way forward in terms of managing multiple film projects that you're planning?
Uh, See, the things are that the subjects are coming my way automatically, as because the film which has got recently the Far Lotus from the PSBT, that was we made within just 5 or 6 days. Okay, so it comes automatically in our way. So we have to jump on it, and we have finished. And we even we didn't realize how did we finish in. And when I submitted, we had we didn't have any expectation. Okay, so anyway, we submitted that. The character was very strong. Okay, of that film. So. Uh, like when the subject comes to your way, you can't restrict yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, you just need to jump on it and do it, uh, and let the result go to on that time. Like you just leave the whatever will happen. You don't need to think about that. Yeah, whatever will happen in the future. So let it be.
Sometimes you have the difficult task, but of kind of deciding what to keep when you've shot for 5 years and what to throw away, right? It's like, how do you uh, some things you're emotionally invested in because you know how difficult it was to capture that scene or the obstacles you went through to get that particular moment. So we are sort of attached to those scenes. So since you have such a close relationship with your editor, did you trust him on that, or how did you navigate what to keep and what to, let go of?
Yeah, obviously, I trusted on him. Like last 1.5 year, he used to come with me. Not always, but randomly he used to come with me. And uh, that time, like once I thought, yeah, obviously that is every day I went there, and I don't know what is going on, and I have like I was shooting over the time, and what will be happen with these footages and all. So I didn't have any idea, because after some time, after a certain time, so I was thinking that these are the things is going very monotonous. Okay, so uh, it happened to me, because during this long period, okay, I had no idea. So what will be the next, and what will happen the next, and because I lost her between the period almost 8 to 10 months. I didn't have any
Contact.
access
Oh,
of
okay.
yeah. Okay, so I went here to there, and I found, I tried to found I tried to find her. I whatever contacts or whatever contacts I have of our friends and all. So that was difficult, but she was always there. Whenever she got
So did you think at
a
that time
message,
that the film was over, that you will not finish the film when she disappeared for 8 months?
I had no idea. I had no idea, because I thought, okay, I don't know what I will do with these footages and all. So, yeah, I was looking for something more over there. So yeah, obviously I had to stop somewhere, and I could go on,
Yeah.
okay, later, but I had to stop somewhere, because otherwise it could be yeah. Initially I made it for 52 minutes, okay, but that was also interesting. But finally we have decided to make it within the 40 minutes, because of the festivals and all. There are very various criteria and all. Yeah, if I could move on for more and more, so I could have more interesting things.
Anyway, it's a beautiful, I think sometimes less is more also. So it's beautiful and
Yeah,
poetic in the 40 minutes that I saw. I believe that Ladli had a theatrical release in 8 cities, is that right? And
yes,
with
yes,
four
yes.
other films. So what was the experience there? Anything that the audience said to you that still is very close to you? Any of those interactions that you remember that have stayed with you?
Uh, like, first of all, I just again I just want to say thank you to Sridhar and Team Kashish and all the people, because that was a big effort by them, because releasing a documentary is a big thing over here in India. Okay, so that was a big thing for me, and yeah, but that there was a very good appreciation over there. All of I think around the India, there was 8 cities. It spanned all over the 8 cities. So yeah, there was a very warm appreciation over all the cities and all. So in Kolkata, I also there I presented over there in at the screening. So yeah, obviously there are good audiences, and they appreciate
Do you remember
something
any
like that.
particular response that especially struck you? That was
Uh, Not exactly over here, because I don't know. May that was my drawback, that I couldn't reach to the people, so I couldn't ask. Okay, yeah, but obviously there are many other audiences from other cities, and I got response from them, and that was amazing.
did people write to you after the screenings? Did you get any
A
emails?
few, yes, few, not very much. But, yeah, but yeah, obviously through Kashish, I got various messages, okay, the appreciations and all. So that was big thing for me.
So, Sudipto, do you think that you found your voice in terms of documentary filmmaking? I know personally, being a filmmaker myself, it took me a while. It's not like you evolve and you find out also, okay, this is the way I like to tell my stories. And in documentary also, each story has a different demand. It's not like you can tell it the same way, right? So do you feel that because you invested such a long time with Ladli, 5 years is a lot of time with your first film, do you feel that it helped you to find your own voice?
Yeah, obviously, because see the recognitions, like first of all from Kashish and then the national award. So obviously it will help me to find my voice, and obviously it will help me to do more good films in future. I think so.
Okay, anything that you think that I've left out in the discussion that you would like to share with our audience today before we log off?
Not exactly, but yeah. Yeah, obviously, but I have nothing particular to share with the audience. But uh, what can I say? That largely the film, which is like my first film, and I never thought such kind of achievement with the first film. Uh, but yeah, obviously, there must be something. They even in Kashish, when it got the best short documentaries, yeah, I thought, yeah, there must be something I have done. Okay. So I just then I started believing in myself. So yeah, obviously, I can say that uh, filmmakers should always have a positive hope, or they should think themselves like they have something to give the society and all. This is yeah, obviously. In fact, the film got the award in that category, the best social
Social
issues.
justice film.
So, yeah, for any kind of artist or like in every medium. So I always believe that they have some kind of social responsibilities, and through their artwork, uh, it should come out.
Right.
But obviously, there are some other aesthetics aspects and all. But yeah, I believe myself. If I am an artist myself, then I feel myself that I have some responsibilities to the society.
I guess that even if as independent filmmakers we don't get paid that well, it's a more satisfying
Yeah,
process,
obviously.
right?
Yeah, right. Because independent filmmakers always boost up with this kind of things. I think so, because the Farah Khatun, I just want to mention her name. She got the national award from in
Best,
that same category. We
yeah.
share her. So her film is very like it's a great topic. It has a great topic, and it's a great job. She did. So it's a great,
Yes, I've
and
seen
she
that
showed
film.
the great responsibility.
Yes, she showed a lot of
Great responsibilities to
responsibility
the.
in the way
Yes,
that
yes,
she
exactly,
also
exactly.
was close to the subject and followed it over
Yes.
like over a period. Again, you see the characters kind of lead the way and let you into those spaces to understand in a more meaningful manner. You're right, Sudipto. I have seen Farah's film as well.
It's a great film, actually.
So, my final question before we can ask the audience if they have some questions as well. Were you always sure about the title of your film, Ladli?
Yeah, obviously, because largely in a way, she once she was a little girl. She was very like close to her parents and all, her father. Ladli means
Beloved.
adorable girl, beloved.
Yeah.
So even when I got attached to her, so she was become very beloved to me. Like Ladli is like she was quite very personality, which is you can't uh, uh, you can't stay like you have to love her.
That's true.
Okay, so that is the way.
Also, did what if there's like one visual or one scene for you that kind of brings out Ladli? Just a single moment or a single scene or a single shot, what would that be?
There is for me there are several shots and all.
A moment, maybe.
Yeah, it's very difficult to find out a particular moment. For me, there are several moments
Okay, so
in
you
that
can
film.
share a few
Yeah,
moments that you felt were
yeah. Obviously, she when she express her difficulties with her families, like her with her elder brother. So that was a different mood for her. And when she was explaining about her new relationship, that was the very exciting moment for
yeah.
her. Okay, and the vice versa when she got some refusal from her families. So that if like many moments are there which touched me. Okay, so there are many things like around the film.
Also, in terms of your camera and equipment, there were some really beautiful scenes shot in very sort of low light conditions. And so, how much clarity did you have in terms of how light you travel into these spaces, and how much equipment you will be carrying to capture those moments?
So initially, actually, I always like to do the low light photography. I used to do the low light photography or night photography. And I found life. I was very interesting to find life in uh, low light because I think in our country, the most of in terms of social and economical and political things. So most of the people are people's life are under under the light and not the under the shadows and all. So I like to do the low light capturing and all. And consciously, I wanted to her. I wanted to capture her mm, at that light. And I didn't use any kind of extra lights. Okay, I just wanted to use the natural light or whatever light available at the spot. Okay, and I use a digital SLR cameras. Yeah, obviously, if you technically if you see there are many discrepancies, but I don't think at that time I didn't think about all this the technical drawback and all.
Yeah, I think there's
But
that
yeah, obviously I conscious.
that
Yeah, sure.
authenticity
Please, please.
comes out. Actually, the fact that you've gone with
Exactly.
available lighting, it adds a certain aura to the
Yeah,
spaces.
obviously. Yeah, exactly. Because light and shade, there are the dimensions of the character, shades and lights. I just forgot. I used a simple bulb, 100 watts bulb, somewhere when I interviewed her. Sometimes, not always. So it gives a dramatic lights. So that was the thing. And one more thing is that I also want to say thank you to my sound designer Nilanjan Ghosh, because initially I didn't have such kind of sound equipments. I shot her only with her camera trans and all, and he did a great job. He designed the sound and he cleaned the sound and all, and it was great. So without his good work, that film couldn't be reached at that point.
Okay. Sridhar says that him, the most poignant moment was when you see the house being constructed and that narrative arc also of like wanting a home.
Yeah,
So did Ladli
yeah,
finally get a home?
Yeah, obviously, she got a home finally. Uh, and yeah, obviously, because of Delhi government and all, home finally.
Okay, that's great to know because you know when that whole demolition drive happens, it's so heartbreaking to see it all razed to the ground. So, how did you get those documentary moments? Was it you visiting from time to time, or would she let you in and tell you that you know this is what has happened?
Yeah, sometimes she informed me that it will happen, it may happen today or tomorrow. Okay, you just come, because I just I made her understand that this is the story, and that way I am going, and the film is about all. So she understood, and then he started informing me, okay, that that will happen, and yeah, you just come and
That's
be
wonderful to
prepared for
know
that.
that she trusted you so much that she actually
Oh,
led the
yes,
way and also telling you what was happening. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Without her um, uh, like involvement, such kind of involvement, it couldn't be possible. Couldn't be possible.
Anyone in the audience with more questions, or we can take a few questions if there are any.
Sure.
They'll. Can you read them as well, Sudipto? I can see them scroll up. Can you see them? No, I'll have to read them out to you. I think I'm also new on Insta Live, so
Yeah, let me check once.
no. Right now there are no questions, but maybe we can uh, wait for a few if there are any. Sagar
Sure, sure.
says the location sound was brilliant. Hats off to your sound recordist.
Yeah, obviously I have to be, because location sound was too bad. Okay, once, not always. Initially, it was so bad, and he corrected it very well. So I have to like, I have to give credits to him. There's no way.
You also see two Delhis, right, in the film. You see the whole, you know, the iconic Delhi near India Gate, and you know where Ladli is taking the calls and all of that, and then you see this other part of Delhi, which almost looks
Yeah.
rural and rustic. So I like the contrast that you pitched. You know, even in terms of the spaces that were explored.
Actually, I think every cities have such kind of diversity, and Delhi. Yeah, like earlier I said you that I know Delhi better. Like if any other Delhiites, okay, I used to roam around like, from here to there, old Delhi to New Delhi, or the outside
11
city.
years, you said, right,
So
in Delhi?
yeah, yes, I know Delhi very much, very well, because every weekend I used to go out to explore Delhi. So That was the thing. Yeah, I could portray, that way.
Okay. So I think it's time to wind up this first conversation for
Sure.
Kashish. Thank you, Sudipto. Congratulations. May you move from strength to strength. You've started with such a strong, inspiring beginning, and I hope that others get to see your film. I really enjoyed watching it, and I think I learned so much watching your craft, I think.
Uh,
So thank you for sharing that. I
thank
hope
you so
others get
much.
to see it, and I hope many more who have joined today's discussion submit their film for Kashish. I think they're uh, opening for submissions in May. So thank you for joining us, and do keep in touch. I think Monday is the next conversation as well.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, all. Thank you, Kashish, Sridhar, Sagar. I think they are here only also. So I have no word to say. Thank you to them. So anyway, thank you all.
Bye.
Bye. Should I leave? Should I disconnect? Or?
I think I'm supposed to, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to.
I think we have to go to live.
Anyone knows how? Do you know how I have to log off? Do I just close it? Just end video. Okay.
Yeah.